If you want to level quickly as a Barbarian, I got you. In the description below will be a build guide. However, there's extremely useful information that's going to be in this video that won't be over there. So let's get into it. Even though this is a Hammer of the Ancients build, we'll be using Upheaval until we get the Hammer of the Ancients aspect to make the skill hit in a large circle. During filming, however, I had to get to level 25 in order to unlock the Occultist, and I noted that Upheaval really falls off between the levels of 20 to 25 without any aspects to prop its damage up. But during a new season, it should only be until you do the Sunken Ruins dungeon in Ska's Glen so that you can make the full switch to the Hammer of the Ancients. And at this point, I recommend you put this aspect on your slashing two-handed weapon so that you get the double bonus from it, preferably a sword, so you start building up the expertise for sword for the bleeding damage inflicted from all damage. This, all coupled with the aspect of Relenting Fury you'll get from the Hollowed Ossuary dungeon in Fractured Peaks, will smooth out the build tremendously. Lastly, as soon as you get the Unbridled Rage passive at the end of the skill tree alongside other sources of max Fury and Fury generation, you'll be one-shotting elites in no time. There are a few ways to customize the Barb around Hoda, but for the early game at least, you'll find that using Leap, Charge, and Rallying Cry will give you all the Fury generation and movement and berserking uptime you'll need to breeze through the leveling process. Specifically, when you get all 3 points in the Fury gained on weapon swap passive, you'll be getting more Fury than you know what to do with, as long as you assign your weapon usage properly. First off, Hoda uses only bludgeoning weapons, so your two-handed hammer will be occupying the skill, of course, because you want that to be the strongest hitting skill because it's one big attack. Next, you want your one-handers to be used on your basic skill, not only to get as much Fury generation per second as possible because they have higher attack speed bases, but to also set up for your movement skills in Charge and Leap in succession. This setup will min-max the amount of Fury you generate just by moving around and attacking. You'll notice what I mean when you get all of the puzzle pieces together. It's unlike most other builds where it's easy to be topped off on your resource before getting to the late game, and casting Hoda at your maximum Fury is important to getting the most out of it, and that's why we put such an emphasis on Fury generation in the skill tree. This build scales very well into the mid and late game in a straightforward way and would only need a couple drop only aspects to make it viable in World Tier 4. Barbarian is extremely tanky automatically and just by its passives alone, and you can shift from Leap and Charge to other war cries or defensive skills as you see fit, as you find the affixes and gear that you need while you're going through the game to make that switch possible. Here's a quick demonstration of killing the Nostrava boss with just some random gear at a low level and how the build would play, even though I played pretty badly in this clip, I'm not gonna lie. Hope this all helps you get Barbarian to where you want it to without falling asleep first. Popping up now should be a couple other videos you might find relevant or useful. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns down below. Thank you. Stay safe.